Hello, this is Olga Jevtich. I'm Miss Virginia Senior America 2003, and this is Fashion Notes. Today, we have two beautiful ladies with us, so knowledgeable about skincare and makeup. You are going to learn, of course, me too, many tricks of the trade, and there are so many of them, as you know. Don't you think all these people that we see on television, they probably will be unrecognizable if we see them without makeup? And you saw them probably in the magazine. I said, yeah, this guy? Oh, I don't believe it. This is how makeup is very important. So today, sit down, relax, and learn all the tricks of the trade. As you remember, we had a show before with same ladies, and we learned about skincare. And I have to introduce them again because that has been a while till we learn about skincare. Now is the time to have a makeup. And as you know, skincare is very important. We don't want to put, makeup on the dirty, not dirty, but not so clean face. Well, next to me is a young lady. Her name is Peggy Miner. She's an artist, designer, and she will tell us all the tricks of the trade. And because, she's so knowledgeable, and she's freelancing with the Chanel company, and she has, all the tricks to tell us, so we have to learn a lot to look beautiful. And next to her is Susan Ottinger. She is another expert, artist expert, and she's an esthetician, which means makes us beautiful, make the good canvas for Peggy's makeup. So I think that's two are such a beautiful combination. Welcome, ladies, to the show. Good to see you. And please tell us, maybe all of us would like to be absolutely beautiful, and tell us what to do. As we, we had the previous show about the skincare, but it will not hurt if we repeat some of the things because we used to, forget stuff.
I think I would begin with, I started as a makeup artist well over 12 years ago. So I think between Suzanne and myself, we have 12, 15, 16 years of experience with doing skincare and doing color. I fell into it strictly as a lay person, and I've developed a few principles that skincare, good makeup begins with skincare. That's the most important thing.
Absolutely.
To that point, I think that makeup should be enhancement and not camouflage.
Yeah.
So when you have some issues with your skin, I would suggest that you treat the issues with your skin first
I see.
instead of trying to find that makeup that just disappoints you because it doesn't exactly.
It will not go away.
This is
it has
that
to be taken care of.
Right.
Okay.
And I had dry skin and sensitive skin, and I never knew what to use, and so that really enabled me to talk to a customer and either help her solve an issue or help her find the right lipstick for a beautiful event and things like that. So we have all kinds of tips and basic things for what I would call either a minimalist, a person who doesn't wear that much makeup but wants that really nice look or to maintain their youth, or someone that's really a makeup aficionado. And that's basically, to me, the balance and the symmetry of the face. That's the most important thing. So if you're going to invest your money, the first thing that I would invest in would be do your skincare, but invest in a good foundation. An eye pencil, a lipstick, you can kind of get around it, but invest in a good foundation. And as I said in the previous segment, to be empowered to go to a department store, choose one line. You may be intimidated to go to a department store and feel like they're just going to try to sell you. Choose one line. Go and experience all of their skincare, all of their color, and get comfortable with it. And then over time, you can maybe switch to another one. And I said they have willing return policies because they want you to try things before you buy them. So invest in a good foundation first. And then I'm going to use Suzanne here to demonstrate some tips on the symmetry and the balance of the face. Basic things that we all need to do, whether you use a little or whether you use more.
Let me just ask Susan something. They always say, the T, how do they call it?
T-zone.
T-zone, yeah. Which is the most oily, is the T-zone, and it has to be treated differently.
For some people, a combination skin, you can treat the T-zone differently. I have clients that just really cannot
T-zone.
use a lot of moisture in this area. So they'll use more moisture on the cheek and on the throat. And actually for women it's a T, and for men it's a W. Their oiliness goes this way. So the same thing, they might need more moisture in this area.
Remember, T for women, W for men. So it goes like that. T and W is like that for men. Okay, easy. Thank you.
And I agree. I mean, foundation is really an extension of your skincare. It should be the best quality that you can afford, that works for you. It has your sunscreen in it, and you need to have a good quality foundation.
How do you feel about foundation, which is like a foundation in one, powder and foundation in one? Do you recommend it or not?
I love that, especially in the summertime. Maybe
is
in
it
the
lighter?
Winter, it depends on how you apply it. If you apply it with a damp sponge, it's very full. With a dry sponge, it's medium. With a brush, it's very light.
What about fingers?
I think it's hard to get a powder on with your fingers.
Oh, it is?
You could try.
I don't know.
They usually come with a nice sponge, but you could do a brush, like a nice kabuki, if you want a very sheer application, or a sponge for medium, or a wet sponge for full.
Oh, so this is actually makeup, I mean, in one. You have a foundation and the powder in one. I think I tried it once. I wasn't really too happy with it. I don't know why. You know.
It's usually better on an oilier skin in
Oilier
the
skin.
summer.
I see. I think mine is a little on the dry side, so I need a little more something, you know,
Some moisture.
in it. Yeah, definitely. Well, okay.
And when you're investigating foundations, when you think maybe, oh, they just want to sell me a brush or a foundation brushes make your product last a lot longer. It makes it go on much more evenly. So a nylon foundation brush, nylon concealer brush for cream
so
products.
are they easy to clean?
Yes, I use my household dishwashing liquid. Maybe wrap it in a tissue, because it's just me using it, and then maybe every week or two use your dishwashing liquid just to release all the emollients out. Now with your hair brushes, you want to use brush cleansers or brush shampoos. You can get them at Ulta. There's many major cosmetic lines that have brush cleansers and brush cleaners for hair, for the hair bristle. But for the nylon ones, you can use dishwashing liquid to release all that out. That's just been my own experience. That's what I found works for me.
Do you use different brushes, for example, for a blush, a different one for the powder?
Absolutely, yes, yes. This is broader.
So
this
it
is
has
for
to be
powder.
different shape?
Yes,
not,
would be
not
smaller.
because of the color. It has to be different shape to do the job.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, so this would be, if this was, you know, a brush, a cheek color brush, you could use this. What I like to do with cheek colors is I will choke up on the brush so I get a little bit more precision. You know, if you're way back here, you're going to get color that ends up all over the place. So by using, even with a smaller blush brush, choke up on it a little bit and place it where you want it to go, and then use this to kind of cross-hatch and kind of blend it through. But brushes are very important. Again, don't feel like you're being sold or marketed something that you don't need. If you have a few really good makeup brushes, it makes your makeup...
But did you say that synthetic, they are not real from the hair?
They're nylon. Nylon.
Oh, nylon.
Foundation brushes are nylon. That way it doesn't hold on to any of the
see.
products.
They're easy to clean.
It releases right onto the skin. That's the point of it.
I see.
Anytime you're using anything wet, like a cream or a foundation, you want a synthetic brush. And if you're using a powder, anything dry, you want a natural brush.
Natural brush.
And then I want to go back to cleansing your brushes. It's really important that you not put them back in their container like this, because the water will go down and break up. It'll break up the glue, and your brush will shed. It'll get nasty. They really need to dry over the edge of the counter like that.
I see, to have air on all around.
Yeah, and the water won't break down the glue of your brush. It's important how they dry.
This is very important. Okay, I did not know that. I just usually put on some kind of tissue to dry.
Yeah, let it air all the way around.
Okay.
It'll dry faster too.
Exactly.
Okay, well, this is a good tip. You know, so we are just learning lots of tips. You know, the ladies, you know, you just pay attention what they're talking, because they both of are experts. Okay, tell us more. What else we shouldn't do or should do?
I was going to begin, we can talk through this idea of balance and symmetry. There are 3 points on your face where you can get the most balance. You know, you know, the symmetry from left to right, the balance from up, you know, above to below, would be your eyebrow shape, your eye shape, and your lip shape. So I was going to have, people have kind of heard about how you can measure how far out your brow should be. Suzanne's going to demonstrate how far, where your brows should come in and where they should come out. So against your nose, take a skinny, skinny stick.
This is important.
Skinny, skinny stick against your nose, and that's the farthest point that your brow should go on the outside.
I see, okay.
Now she's going to put the stick straight up.
And everybody makes this mistake.
Oh, I know. This is
They're taken way too far this way.
Absolutely, including me.
That's the best, that's where your brow should begin, and that's where your brow should end.
Okay, this is an excellent tip. Wow, this is, you know,
So
it really does make
And
difference.
God gives you your arch. It is where it is. Don't try to change it. I mean, you know, my arch is here. Some people, their brow is straight. You just really can't change that. You need to go with what it is.
I see.
I heard something a little while back. Someone said that brows should be sisters, not twins. So when people are getting their brows tattooed or they're really trying hard to get it exactly right, it doesn't need to be exactly identical. That looks very unnatural. So they should be sisters and not twins. So Suzanne's going to touch up on her brows, but the most important thing is you don't have to do brow pencil all the way across. It's only where you're a little bit sparse.
So you just do it, you know, little by little, so it will look like a natural instead of just one straight line.
Exactly, only where you're thin. You can dot it on. There's a brush on the end of this product that you can kind of blend it in.
And then you brush it and look natural.
But only where you're thin, not, if you've got fullness, then move on past and move to where you're a little bit thin. We get a little bit thinner on the outside as opposed to center.
I see.
Yes.
And they have to be like a, not harsh, like a dark black, you know, if you naturally are like a lighter color.
The concept is,
otherwise,
look underneath, raise up your hair, and your brow pencil should about match what's the undertone, the deepest undertone of your hair. Yes.
Oh, this is
absolutely.
Another wow.
So when you're dyeing your hair
remember all these tips.
Right.
Okay. If you are, let's say, you know, 3 most essential things you have to have it. Absolutely 3. What that would be?
Foundation.
Foundation.
Foundation brush. And pencils. Brow, eye, and lip pencils. I guess I'm at 5 now. Yes.
Or if you have blonde lashes.
Yes.
Mascara.
Mascara.
I have to have mascara.
We're makeup
I
artists.
don't know. Mascara, I never really found mascara that you know, agree with me.
But you have dark lashes. They're beautiful on their own.
I don't know. I tried many one, and I don't know. I did not find, even they say that, you know, they are raving about, I don't know how many I tried to this day. I never ever was very happy with mascara. I don't know why. So I'm using just now a non-color, like a conditioner. That's all I'm using. And so do you think it's okay?
I think those are great. I love lash boosters. I can't get enough volume. I have very thin.
A lash booster?
Lash booster is what you put on first, kind of builds out the lash.
Oh, and then you put mascara,
it gives it more to
so
adhere
it's
to.
Actually this is double. One is like kind of whitish.
Yes, exactly. Lash boosters are fabulous. They're fabulous.
Oh, really? Oh,
wonderful.
I must try that. Wow.
Good as a night treatment too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the whole company can, you know, make this a similar, you know, item.
Every line will have one that she loves more than the one that she loves, and start at that one line at that store, investigate all that they have, and then go from there. You may find, I love this in there, and I love this, but I don't like this, I don't like that. And a couple of, every once in a while, a person will come and they'll be frustrated that their products get discontinued. And I said, but if you always came for the same thing at the same place, it wouldn't be any fun to come here anymore. And I go, so we really like the variety, we really like hunting and searching for that new thing. And she said, you know, you're really right. And I said, exactly. I go, you want to be able to come here and investigate and try improve on what you already have. But just start at the one line.
And also, let me ask you, how long these products should, they cannot keep them forever, you know, how often you should replace them because they get contaminated?
Not so much contaminated if it's just you using it, and if you keep them in like a cool, dry, and dark place, you're not leaving your things open. If it's closed, A lot of products, really prestigious, very more high-end lines, have products that will last you much longer than just a couple of years if it's a powder product. If it's a liquid product, 2 years opened. Mascaras, you should throw them away after 3 months at the most.
Yeah.
It's around your eyes.
This is what I hear, that you
Powder
cannot
products, you can cheat to last them a little bit longer, but 2 years for liquid products for sure.
I see.
Absolutely.
I see.
And the wax and lipsticks are antibacterial, so they usually are fine indefinitely.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, this is good tip too.
Yep. So the next thing I would say on the face would be defining out the eye. And there's something called tightlining. Suzanne's going to demonstrate that. Basically, it fills in your eye line, fills in your lash line, and opens your eye up. And I have this concept of when you're removing kind of fleshy tones around the eye, it removes that look of being bloodshot, and it lifts the lid, and it's just amazing. So she's going to demonstrate where you lift up your lid, and just where your lashes grow out,
this is very difficult to do.
It's
very,
actually
very
easy.
Very, very easy.
Yeah, because when you go on the top, you have to get it straight. When
Right.
you're going underneath, you just.
It doesn't bother your eyes?
No.
It's a waterproof pencil. A waterproof pencil, do it for tight lining or underneath the lash is very important. But it looks fuller. It's something you can do with running out the door to go get coffee, and it doesn't look like you've done anything, but it wakes you up, and it's a great minimalistic way to shape the eye.
And I know you have to do also, very, very close. Otherwise, which I usually make mistake, to look like a raccoon eyes. If you are putting little under, little not actually under eye, it's a little lower. It's really look funny. And I know I make this the mistake because sometimes I'm in a rush and I just put it on and I know it's not right. But it has to be, to really have pay attention to have the closest to the eye, so
Exactly.
you look much better. Otherwise, if you have a gap between, it looks really funny.
So the key word here is tight lining. And so when you're going to the store and you can ask them to show you how to do tight lining, that's what we're talking about. And it's an amazing little tip. And it doesn't look like you've done anything at all.
And you can use a brush if it's really easier. If you find that's easier, you can, use this. You can put it in your mascara and press your mascara up in there for a tight line, or a wet powder. Or they sell little waterproof drops. Or you can do a cream. You can use a lot of different. You don't have to do a pencil. You can do a lot of different. Whatever you want to use for your tight line. But if it's hard for you to do it with the pencil, just grab your little brush.
Oh, okay.
And then but when you use these, you want to press and wiggle. You don't really want to kind of, because then it will make a mess.
And so when you put all this, take your time to put all this on, how do you take it off in the evening? Do you have to, have a special cleanser, special for eyes, special
And I
for
make
the
them
rest
over
of the
designed for the eye, not your
special
facial
for the
cleanser.
eyes,
Yes,
and the special for the rest of your face.
exactly, exactly.
I see.
Yes.
Oh, you cannot use. One thing doesn't do everything.
There are a few makeup removers that are ophthalmologist tested. I think.
Really?
Or Mercier makes one, Dermalogica makes one, Chanel makes one. There's a few that are ophthalmologist tested. They're a cream or an oil base that you can use.
I see.
But that's still makeup removal, and you do want to go back in then with a cleanser.
I see. So of course, now, fashion changes. Every, season they have a spring color and winter color, and you have to, makeup is also the fashion, and changes color all the time. It used to be 60s, like blue is 60s, but it comes back. Whatever they just go around and go around. Now I think it's you can put like a purplish, and depend also what you are wearing, and blue and green, and also it depends of your eye color too. Do you agree?
Yes.
And it's also be empowered by, kind of like with skincare. Let your skin tell you what it needs. You will have your own instinct about what you feel looks good on you. Just because purples come out for spring doesn't mean all of us should be wearing purple. And you can be empowered by knowing that my go-to, the thing I'm comfortable with, is the one that I need to stick with. But every once in a while, go to one of these counters and let someone demonstrate something to you new before you buy it, and then you can decide.
Somebody who, when you look at them, you like the way they look.
Exactly.
That you feel comfortable with
I see.
their
But you don't have to go by, you
presentation.
don't have to just fall into the trends and throw away all your
But
stuff.
it's the same as fashion, you know. You don't want
Exactly.
to wear everything what they're showing us, you know.
Exactly.
This is not suitable for you. You know, maybe they give you idea, but it's not something for you to wear. And the same thing probably is with makeup. You don't want to look, you know, funny if you don't, you know, look comfortable with what you are wearing on.
Exactly.
Yeah, there are some looks that are classic, and
Yeah, they're always
there
in
are
fashion.
some that are trends, and you only want to pick a few trends, not every trend.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
Right.
not to be, you know, one label from toe to, you know, head. You
Right.
know, that looks really, you know, funny. You know, and
So as we finish up on eyes, I wanted to bring up, I don't know if I have mascara
I
sitting
just
here.
want to another question.
Yeah.
How long do you keep the eye pencils on? Are they really, you can use them indefinitely till you finish, or you
Oh,
have
for
to
sure.
discard?
Nope.
Yeah, you sharpen them and they're good.
Oh,
It's a wax
sharpener.
base.
Okay, well, I have a problem with sharpeners. I think I have about, I don't know, 7, 8 at least sharpeners, because it's not one size fits all, because I buy different product and they're all different, and I buy whatever is on sale, you know. And you know, I don't know which is which to use it for my pencil, you know. So I should really probably stick to one brand and have a sharpener for that brand. But I, you know, as I said, I have so many sharpeners that don't work on all my pencils.
Yeah, generally I think in the department stores, they've all gone the way of pretty much universally all being the same size.
I
But
don't
if you're
know,
going to specialty stores and they've got, you know, like the lipstick, chubby stick or something that's a lot thicker, that's the case. But generally, most cosmetic lines, conventional cosmetic lines, have pretty standard size on their.
I don't know. I got stuck with the different sizes, and I try and then it break, and I then do it again, and then this is end of on the pencil.
All right, moving on to the lip liner. The lip liner, that's the third element on the face for symmetry and balance.
Okay.
And
do
lining,
you put before or after you put a lipstick?
generally before.
Oh,
so
before.
It's about filling out the lip line, something that's a little bit little bit brighter than your own lip tone, just to get the structure.
Does it have to be darker colored or lighter colored than the lipstick?
One note brighter than your lip tone itself.
Okay.
For the sake of something minimalist and very natural, because it's about the symmetry of the face.
Okay.
As our lips start
So
to flatten.
the pencil needs to be a little darker than your lipstick, and this is how it works. Otherwise,
a little
it
bit
will
lighter
be
than your lip tone, right.
too artificial, I think, if you have a big difference in color.
Exactly, exactly. So we balance of brow, balance of eye, and balance of lip. And then you can do your lipstick, and you can also then do a brighter lip liner, but this is designed to just fill in and polish the lip itself. And you can use your lip liner all over the lip, and it makes your lipstick and your lip gloss stay on longer as well.
Stay
So that's
longer.
another really great tip. Find a more natural looking liner on and all over the lip, and then everything else stays on better.
What about the glossy thing, you know, how do you call it, if you put on?
Glosses will stay on better when you have...
Then you put on the end.
Yes, when you put, a gloss will stay on better when it has something to adhere
Foundation.
to. And the foundation would be your lip
Right.
liner. A lip liner all over your lip,
I see.
your gloss will stay on better.
And don't rub it in. If you go like this, well, you've just, first of all, it's not as glossy anymore because you've mixed the lip gloss and the lipstick together, and now you've broken down the lipstick lip liner base, so it's all going to wear off and bleed. So once the gloss is there, don't mix it.
Okay, do you believe in 18 hours lipstick?
Yeah, if I have to work 18 hours, right? I'll wear it sometimes.
If you
for a
don't
wedding.
eat or drink.
I'll wear
Well, remember Esther Williams? You know, I
Yes.
don't know why you need anything to last 18 hours, but, you know. So I would say necessarily no, but there's some great long-wear lipsticks out
On the
there now
market,
that I
yeah.
love them. As a minimalist or just, I want I want the symmetry on my face. Even when I go to the gym, I would put like a long-wear lipstick on just so it kind of keeps that kind of balance on my face. I
They're
wanted
kinda
to,
drying.
yeah, they can be. So you
Yes.
can't use them like all the time.
But for an occasion, they're nice.
But I love
So what do
how
you
they
do with,
perform.
you know, I have tendency to, my lipstick to leak on my teeth. What do you do about that?
Yep.
I think it depends on the formulation, to be quite honest.
Because
really
it's a
depends
poor
on the formulation.
quality?
It's generally been, you know, I would say, I mean, I haven't, the lines that we work with, we don't generally have that issue.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I
yes.
should change the lipstick.
Well, yeah,
so,
and also
okay.
it's having the lipstick too far back.
Too far into the lip as well.
'Cause the way my lip is shaped, I do sometimes get that. And people go, So you have to not have the lipstick so
When
far
you put a
back.
tissue maybe to
Blot it a little bit.
yeah, blot it a little bit. I
Finally,
see.
I would do a placement of bronzer. She's going to do the threes trick. So you place your bronzer forehead, into the hollow, and then just at or just below the jawline.
Do you do this like year round or just for the summer?
Year round, year round. That's
Year
where
round?
your bronzer should go, is this three pattern. A little pop of your color on the cheek, and then the three pattern with your bronzer.
Oh, wow, so
then you
many
can highlight.
things. We have to, I don't know, we cannot do anything else, just to, you know, do our makeup looks like, but anyway, not really, you know, we can get used to it and do it, you know, in a jiffy, everything. I think if I have to choose two things, I think I would choose, if I have to have just the two things, I think my favorite will be lipstick, because I can use as to use as a blush,
Right.
and eyeliner. I just love eyeliners for some reason. I don't know. This is something that I absolutely love. It. This is like if I have to be stranded on some island, I think I would like to have that.
I would take a brow pencil that I can also use as an eyeliner. So there you go.
Yeah.
Bring
I'm
your
not going
lipstick.
without
This is a
mascara.
shortcut.
And
This
she's
is
not going
wonderful.
without
I'm not
mascara.
going without
Well, I think
mascara.
we did a lot. Anything else the last minute, because we don't have much time, but you know, any other, you know, quick tips that you could tell us that you can learn now. because-
eyeshadow base to help your eyeshadow stay on. Great eyeshadow bases out there. Please investigate at that cosmetic
I see,
line.
shower, but this is without color, is it?
Right,
Base.
exactly.
Okay.
Right, exactly.
Okay,
And
sure.
then
Okay.
concealer on your lips helps your lipstick, your liner, everything else stay on, and it evens out and
Well,
balances
I
out
think
the
we
canvas.
did a lot, and I would love to thank you, my guests, to coming today and tell us all these beautiful tips. Wow, I wish I can remember everything. And to thank you very much for watching today. And this is Olga Jevtich reporting for Fashion Notes. Don't forget to tune in next time for another exciting artist designers from our area. I think, we learned so much today. This is, if I have to put note about all of this that I learned today.
And you can
Thank
find us both on Facebook, and you can ask us more questions.
Okay.
We
and
would
then
love
I can
that.
call you. I said,
Absolutely.
Well, yeah,
We would
okay.
love that.
Thank you.
Thank you.